Yes. Can you hear me now? Yes, people from, okay. For the recording. I wanted to go once again through the whole process after the configuration change. Hopefully, we will be able to execute some of the switching steps directly from the switching plan. And we can also start with new work request. Do a planned work PEA type. And for example, type of work equipment. We can do emergency work for example, Thursday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And we can do daily work with company PEA, OMS number. We'll just place some placeholder. Purpose is section change details OMS OJT tested. In equipment, you can maybe select, for example, this section. For isolation points, I forgot to tell you that you can select different options here. So you can select switch types that you want to be used as isolation points. And that can be suggested as isolation points. So if you don't want to use a high voltage circuit breaker, you can exclude it. If you don't want to use SCADA devices, if you only want to use SCADA devices that can also be chosen, and all types of switches you can choose whichever you have in your model. So maybe I can use this connecting. Maybe load break switch. Since I want to control only manual points now. You can set this as default options or not, but I will not choose it now. I'll just say OK, just for my. And let's see two of the suggested isolation points. This is one, and this is the other. So this section was in hand, so we can highlight it. So this and this are isolation points. For grounding points, we can add grounding to this element here. We won't change the name. This is okay for me. And we can save this document. Based on this, I will use the generate switching plan with safety document. Also, you have options here for element isolation, but those are the same options that we selected previously. Although you have some advanced options here. Don't use. So we won't use any advanced options currently because we don't have any DMS functionality. So we'll just leave it as is. You can click OK, and we can generate plan with safety document. It will automatically open the new switching plan. And it will be in draft state, but it will be automatically saved. So we can check all the details here. We have type planned work PEA. We have linked work request and safety document. We have defined region, AR group, voltage level, and current feeder. Substation and feeder are defined, or feeder is defined. Daytime created is automatically populated. Then we can still start, and then time will be taken from the original work request. So it will take the same start and end time, but obviously it can be changed by OMS operator as well. If maybe operator wants to have his field crew started from 11 a.m., you can save it like that. You can define the field crew for this one. Let's use trouble crew 501. See if the assignment is already done for this date. So it's done for 14th of July, which is tomorrow. So they are free for our date, so we can assign it. You can say purpose is section replacement. Details, maybe best. And of course, save it. In the operations, I added to the wrong switching plan, sorry. That's okay. So in operations, we have proposed switching steps. So we can see that we should first close this one. This is a step that will energize, I guess, the rest of the customers afterwards. So let's do this one. This is also manual point, so okay. Maybe we can add some text instructions. Energizing customers. Maybe we can add insert below, insert above, isolating section. Okay. We can maybe add below in text instruction, section isolated. After the section is isolated, we can add the temporary grounding to the section. Insert below temporary grounding. So we want temporary grounding. You place it in connection points and say, I want to place temporary grounding, and I want to add information tag. Say okay. After this, I will create inverse instruction for that, which should happen after the safety document. Okay. And now I think we have all the required steps. We can save the and let's submit this switching plan. We can approve it. That commends the work. Okay, so for the first instruction here is that trouble crew energizing downstream customers. So this is basically text instruction, so we can just proceed with this. It's telling us that date and time operation will be before scheduled date time. Do I want to continue with this? I said yes, because I want to simulate now. But just so you know, you will have this validation pop up if the instruction is started before the scheduled date and end time. So basically, this instruction will make a mesh, because we are energizing the customers downstream from this section. But okay, isolating section, and continue with this one. Now you can see this has changed its state. The star on the network view suggests that this breaker or this switching device is in abnormal state. So usually it is opened, but when this yellow star is presented on the network view, it means that it's not in its normal state of work, and that it's probably switching has been done on the switching equipment. So right now you can see some of the sections are of the color red. What does that mean? It means that if you see the legend, energization for the red one, that means that this part of the network is meshed. So basically what we did is we closed the switch that will keep our customers energized, even though we have to perform some work on one of the sections. So if we go back to the switching plan, next one is isolating section. So if we try to open to proceed with the next one, it says limit violation checks keep for distribution network because load flow solution cannot be obtained. So it will just check the limits. And what else he said is that this action will break a loop or power. So this is basically what is expected because we mesh the network because of the so we don't have an outage for the customers. So when this switch is manipulated, mesh network will be broken, and we'll only have energization from one side. And this is for this part, it's this side. So when we open this switching device, it's I think load breaks disconnector. We will isolate this section and we can perform the work. So let's do that. So this action will only drop one customer. And we will see afterwards when we finish how much customers would be affected without making a loop, without making a mesh network before. Okay. So basically we isolated this section that we need to work on. Section isolated, we can proceed with this one because it's only a text instruction. Also, if we expand these fields, we can see that for each switching steps, there are some detailed information, which field crew is assigned, what is the status of the switching step, who is it issued by, who is it operated by. So basically in PEA, I think you only have one operator. That's you don't have since that needs to issue and update the instruction. So basically for your use case, it will be the which is Thursday on it was issued an oper on 1:59 p.m. and updated at the same time. You can see also sorry 1 second. see my screen, so I have internet, but oh, please. But okay. Okay, so basically we have already populated the location, address, affected customers, etc. The next step would be to place temporary grounding on this part. And now we can see that color of this part, which was blue and de-energized, now it's grounded and it's yellow. And now we can proceed with the safety document, which has to be populated by the field crew. Okay, operator can add number. Safety document for super. Okay. Can submit. We can issue. After that, when safety document is issued, field crew should confirm that have all work operations completed. Yes. All tags removed. Yes. Grounding is removed. Not yet. And ready for service. Yeah. Okay. We can return the safety document and complete it. So we do a call with the field crew. They complete the section replacement, and now we can start with doing the reverse instructions on the way back to the normal state. So first we will remove temporary grounding with the tag. We can issue. And then field crew says it is done. We can update it. We can proceed with the next instruction is to energize this part of the network. Can proceed. So this action will energize this one customer with total consumption of 1 kV. And we can issue. You can see the field crew symbol is placed on the network view. And field crew is currently doing the work. So field crew lets us know then the work is completed, or the tag is removed and the manual point is closed. We can update this manual point in the DMD, and now we will have energized part of this network. Now we want to proceed with the next step. We can also choose, for example, the daytime operated will be at 3 p.m. and we can issue. We can also again see that field crew symbol is presented on the network view. And when field crew updates us on the when the work is done, we can update it in the DMD. Now we can see that we now again have the mesh network, and we can smooth this and try to break the loop or the mesh by issuing and updating the instruction. Field crew tells us, okay, we're operating this switch, and it's not so you can see that there is no yellow star presented anymore at the network view. It's back to its normal state, and basically this switching plan should be done. You can see now that we have a linked incident to this because we had one affected customer. When we go to this incident, you can see that type of the incident was planned outage because we had a switching plan which was in approved state on the same part of the network on the same device. So system automatically recognized that this is due to planned work. So it made a planned outage type of incident. Now, if we want to close this incident, since all the switching is done, we will not have unrestored customers. Is basically 0, but affected is 1, the one that we affected with the switching. So incident could not be closed if the affected unrestored customer was different than 0. So all the customers affected with the switching have to be restored before closing the incident. But I'll go through outage management more. It will be the whole different section for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. But just I wanted to show you that incident will be made when there is affected customers in our switching plan. and close and archive it. You can go back to switching plan. What did I want to show you now? Okay. So maybe we'll make another example and complete this plan. And the daytime even when the when the switching plan is closed, and then time can be updated with the real data, because it was planned for 16th of July, 2 p.m. to end it, but we can change that maybe 13th. For example, at 3 p.m. Oh, we cannot. Yes.
Okay, the customer plan is free of.
Yes, just a second. So usually just 1 second. There is information about affected customers in the incident. Since this incident is archived, it's best to find it with SDP custom ID, for example. You can copy this field. You can go to in the home tab in find and paste this. Maybe locate is this one. You can try to make one more. And if the incident is active, I believe that affected customers can be found with search. Search. Okay. So basically, when you go to affected customers in the switching step, you go on this link. You'll see the customer count, SDP custom ID, everything about him, and you can use this magnifying button, locate, and it will basically select it and place it in the middle of the screen. So for example, if I go somewhere in the network, somewhere there, and you try to locate it, it will go back to the customer that was affected. We can also see the customer history. Okay. So in the customer history, you can see that each feeder, how many minutes of interruption was it? Was it planned outage? Was it unplanned? How much NC? How many calls did they have? Police department events, ping request, PD response, etc. Meter ID and SDP of the customer. We can make maybe some different kind of switching plan where we would have more than one customers. So I can show you this as well. So basically we finished with the it, completed, and we can archive it. And switching plan is automatically archived, the linked one. Now, for example, let's make just a new switching plan. Okay, so have just open this. We don't have to place any tags, but okay, and create inverse instruction. In basic, you can say protection. You can say that it is for today. Yeah. 4 p.m. Relations. So this one will not have a linked work request and linked safety document because it was not made through work request. But if there is some kind of work request that can be linked to this, we can also always link it. Also, we can link it with additional switching plans. For example, make a new one. Let's make a new one. For example, so many isolation points. One second, sorry. Open this switch, for example. When we save it, we will see in basic. I will have a link switching plan to the other one. So this is my switching plan, and this is the link of the link switching plan. For example, if we choose, I don't know, trouble crew 510, there's no assignments for this crew. You can assign it. Purpose test. Test. Doesn't have to be populated. I just did it. So we want to save it and submit. And you can see that there is no validation done before approving it. Only when we approve the switching plan, validation will happen. And it will tell us, you can see the validation that were performed for all of the switching steps. They can be seen here in validation report. When you open this little yellow or green or red, depends on the validation severity. This switching step will be colored by its color. So for this one, all of the validations are warning type, and for the warning, the color is yellow. For the blocking, it's red. And if there's no validation or there's no validation report messages, this step would be green. So mostly, for example, for test instructions, maybe text instruction because it basically doesn't do anything other than giving some more information for the operator. If we perform validation, it can be done on this button. You can see it will be color green. But since these switching steps will drop some customers, okay, we have a validation limit violation check is skipped. Action will de-energize power transformers with the total power, and recloser capability is not disabled for the device. You can see which device it is. Okay, if you're okay with that, you just click OK and you can proceed. And we issue the instruction. You can see the field crew is on the field and is performing the switching. And while field crew lets us know that switching is done, we can update it. So now we have 952 customers. We have the full list here. So here there are 10 customers per list. 10 customers, and we have 96 pages. You can see all the customers here. So when you choose some of the customers and you locate it, you can see it's one of these ones. It's a little bit hard to spot because they're all. So we can go maybe. This is three-phase customer. When you open the properties of some of the elements, on the left side is shorter some general most used data. For example, some information, custom ID, GID, name, so you don't have to have additional click to find something. You can just take it from here. But if you want more detailed data, it's presented on this one, where it shows all the data. So you can see here now all of different data defined for this device. Data source, customers. You can see also customers for this one. It's three-phase customer, etc. We currently don't have load flows, so no results. And we do have topology analysis, which will say that the energization is abnormal and de-energized. It's not normally de-energized, which is the current feeder, which is the main, what is the energization, what is grounding, etc. Voltage level, of course. So basically you can locate, you can see the customer list here. And we have some summary, some basic summary. total customer count, and we have also customer per phase, L1, L2, L3 phase, and free phase customers as well. For any of the customers, you can add different smart meter faulted for readings, smart meter faulted for events. You can create meter pings for the customers. This is for the VVO. It's not related to our project. And we can also create calls, open the history for customers and for incident, and we can copy the, customers to some of the incidents. Here you can see the customer details for each selected one. So when we choose, I don't know, this one, these details will be different. For meter, currently we don't have anything for this one, but maybe for some of them we do. Okay, we can proceed with ensuring and updating the switching plan. So you saw that when the instruction is issued, I'll maybe show on this one. So when we open and we say we can proceed with this function, with this switching step, the yellow will be just outlined as a indicator that validation is with warning type. When we issue the switching instruction, it will color the header of the instruction yellow. Will also color the switching step of the instruction yellow, so we know that this switching step is currently issued, and the field crew is also currently on the field working on this switching step. When we update it finally, it will become green because it's done, and it's no more not longer issued. Okay, we can create inverse instruction for this and maybe proceed. Also, what is possible is if field crew just tells you, if you don't have the middle step, that field crew tells you, okay, I'm doing the next step. But if they just go, we have the switching plan, and they can just update the operator that switching is done. Operator can directly skip the issue of instruction and directly update it. So it will, crew switching crew will field crew icon will not be presented on the view, and since the instruction is done straight away. Okay. Do you have any questions for this part?
in issue and update.
So issue is when there is a need to have it on the network view. So, for example, maybe operator communicates with the field crew all the time when doing the switching plan, and if field crew tells him, okay, what is the next step? He tells operator tells him next step is to open the load break switch, for example, this one. We'll do it now. Okay, we can proceed with this step. And operator can issue the instruction. And he waits for the field crew response when this is done. So this is just for that when operator tells field crew what steps to take next. Field crew confirms it and says, okay, I will do it. And instruction is issued. Then so operator can see both on the network view and in the switching plan header with the yellow color that there is someone on the field doing this instruction. And when field crew confirms that this instruction is completed, and then operator, in order to have the real status of the network and on the field, basically field crew tells operator, okay, I switched this manual point to, for example, here it will be open state. Operator says, okay, and I will update my switching status of the switching equipment in the DMD so I can have the real situation of the network. So it's basically like the middle step between doing the step and presenting it in the DMD. So if I'm not sure how it's currently done in PEA, does as far as I know, field crew gets all the switching steps and does not update the operator until he finishes them all. I'm not sure. Is this how it will be done? Okay. Yeah. So they will communicate with each other all the time. So while they do the steps, operator can also do the steps in parallel. Some of the
In each step. And help operator to
how do you mean help? Change the issue directly. Yes, can update. Yeah. This can be done through the field client application, but I'm not sure if PA will use field client.
web DMD, right?
Yes. Field client is basically application for the field crew to update different steps, and the web DMD is basically for the operators to access the basically similar interface just on the browser. Sorry,
priority of customer. And we priority.
Priority of the customers, yes, yes. There are some critical customers and this can be defined in customer database.
We saw the.
Yes, of course. So you can see here total and critical after just below. Do you have several priorities of the customers? How many priorities would PEA have? Okay. So basically, by the baseline, it's regular and prior and critical.
Now we got like a critical and very, very real.
Okay. I'm trying to see now if we have some customers here. Because what I saw earlier in customer details, there is also priority. You can see. Account type, name, last name, priority, address, city. So it can be defined. And this is done in basically directly in the customer database. Customer list is handled outside of DMD. There is a special database just for customer handling. Yes, yes, yes. So I'll try to find now. So I know that there was a request by PEA to know if the customer, for example, some of the customers when they don't pay their bills, it's basically this connection status. So it can be updated. So it can be either connected, not connected, unknown. So right now, what is imported is unknown, but you can also make a distinction if some of the customers don't pay their bills, they will be not connected and will not go into the OMS KPIs. So basically, if some of the customer is not connected and it shows on DMD and he gives a call to the call center and tells him I don't have power, the incident will not be made because he is actually not connected because his bills are not paid. So this is this connection status in the customer list or customer browser. Second one.
Something about customer history.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Of course.
look at like how many times that they got interrupted. Or maybe the highest one.
Hmm. Maybe we can search it by meter ID. Right, 1 second.
One more thing. What about SPD, customer, and FL?
SL is service location. It's basically it's a location in the model, and our model. Yeah, I'll try to use the. Can I use the whiteboard then? It's too much. So basically, what we model is service location, and that is basically this little house that is presented in the model, and uh, basically you cannot know if this is only one household or if it's multiple households, because it is presented only in model as one house. So we model it as service location, but one service location can have multiple SDPs, which is service delivery points, which is different meters. So for basically each of if it's a big building, they will have multiple SDPs under one service location. And that's how you know if it is only one household or if it is a whole building on this service location. So if one service location has multiple SDPs or service delivery points, that means multiple meters are on the same location. And this can be seen as in the customer list. So for example, this one is only one. I'm not sure if Pattaya network has some service locations with multiple service delivery points. To be honest, what I tried to find it. So far, I could not find such example, but I wish if there is that. I'm not sure. We have to ask Philip for this if there is such a case. So I wanted to find the SDP custom ID. Oh, I know what's the problem. We could not find the customer in historical browser because we didn't close the incident, so it's not yet when the incident is not yet closed or it's active. We cannot see the basically statistics for the incident. First, we can go to find this related incident and take it over. So now we'll see in customers, okay, we have affected 952. So every one of them is restored. We can archive. The status of the incident is closed and we can archive it. And now when we search for this one of these customers from the incident, we can see it now in the we can see interruption was 6 minutes. Planned outages was 1 and planned interruption was 2. So we had 1 outage but 2 interruptions. We have NC.
What time?
What time interruption happened? This I'm sure. For this to check, we will have to go to incident. One sec. Just one moment. I have to check how to see interruption times, but there is also interruption count and interruption in total interruption in minutes.
Which one is sent or not sent off?
Notifications, you mean? So I will need also Pavla for this because it is done through integration with adapters and basically I think okay. Basically, we can generate and save outage report. It's in the switching plan. I'll show you it's in basic in here. Right? Outage report is from switching plan. I can check for the work request, but I don't think there's. Yeah. Okay, there is affected customers. Okay, let's try to make a new. One second, I want to find some section. Let's use this section. So basically, outage report can be done by selecting this one from affected customer list, and it will generate affected customers for work request, and it will tell them, okay, outage interval to which SDP custom ID should be sent, priority of the customers, and we have customer notification status, timestamp, and revision number. So basically, I will need to this was planned for I'm not sure Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, some of these days to try to test this with integration. And when we get the feedback that notifications are sent, you will have it also in the DMD. So right now status is failed because integration is done, but we will adjust this for the purposes of the training.
Maybe many switching but and like a generate customer effects in the work.
Yes.
They will notify.
Yes. All of the affected customers with that work request will be notified.
There's like a maybe 10 of customer time out, power out maybe 1 hour and maybe 10 hour another 1 hour. Can we details in time?
I think this can be better done in switching plan. So basically, in the work request, you don't have visibility of switching steps, and okay, we can try to make this right now, if you agree. So detailed will be sent based on the switching steps. Yes, should be like that. So if some of the customers are planned to be just for 2 hours, some of them planned for 8 hours, it should be collected from the switching steps. We can test this. Yep.
On the whole time is better or the detail is better.
So you mean for the whole time of the switching plan of the whole work request? Well, I think that this outage report or outage statistics will be done automatically when the state of the switching plan is transferred to, for example, approved state. Something like that. I'll have to check it once more with Pavle, but there should be an automatic sending of the notification on approval of switching steps. So basically, all of that customers that are planned for outage will be notified when the switching plan is approved. Not sure if it's in approved state or I think so, in approved state, because by the time the execution starts, it's already too late, probably. When operator wants to execute the steps, and if they, I'm not sure what's the how many days in advance you have to tell the customers that there will be a planned outage.
3 days.
3 days. So probably when the switching plan is approved, then the notification is sent before execution.
Then approve and send, or maybe each individual one.
For that, I think each individual switching plan. So for your use case, you would like to send each individual one, is that okay, or?
Sure, that's fine.
Mhm. I think it will be developed in a way that for each individual.
And individual switching plan.
I think there is because we want to trigger the sending automatically. It will be some developments done to on the transfer of the state, the transition on the state, that outage statistics will be sent. I think this is a little bit of development, but just to automate the process. No, I can check now something. Just one moment. Evo, kako smo rekli, notifikacije customerima će se slati na approve switching plan.
Da, ja mislim da
Automatski.
automatski je moguće. Automatski, ne znam kako to može.
Pa ne, može i na manual ali mislim, postoji manualni trik. With the operation date.
ได้ตัวเองสองต้องมาโอ้ยพูดตั้งนานแล้วไม้แน่นอนแผ่นซีวะได้ตัวสองต้องมาไม่ได้ลงชื่อคนที่สองแต่เป็นเซลล์ก็มาเป็นฝั่งเป็นสองเซลล์เป็นแผ่นแล้วมันมีน้อยอย่างนี้เนี่ยมีองค์นั้นอย่างนี้หรอใครนะของเองมีใครตัวถามที่ลายข้ามขีดอะไรสองข้อสองขอหรือข้อหนึ่งข้อสองมีปัญหาข้อสองขอข้อสองขอก็จะเป็นตามไม่ได้กับลูกมีคนแจ้งไม่มีใครโทรมาแจ้งก็ใช้โมบายก็ฟอสฝากมาแล้วก็เปิดเลยสั่งข้อสองนี่แหละข้อสองเรานี่ไอ้ลายข้างเขตแต่พี่สอนให้แต่ไม่ต้องที่บอกประเทศทุกประเทศมันไม่มีคนให้ที่เรียนให้เองแน่นอนเลยให้เดี๋ยวก็มาคุยกันเรื่องโปรเจกต์ทั้งที่ไหนอ้างจากมิเตอร์เป็นยากนี่อ๋ออ้างจากมิเตอร์ว่าตอนนี้ที่เห็นมีการมาขอข้ามเขตอยากปิดที่ไปสั่งมิเตอร์ที่สั่งนะครับเพื่อไม่มีไม่ปิดเมื่อกี้จะไปคุยแล้วติดไปสั่งมิเตอร์ไม่เอาจะเอาตั้งแต่หม้อแปลงนี่
Some defective customers date.
ไม่ว่ากันเดี๋ยวจะเป็นเช็คข้อมูลเราสอบเรียนอยากบอกของจะต้องเยอะคุณบอกเดี๋ยวนะอันนี้จะกินหนัก
What is coconut porno?
ให้นะเป็นชั้นที่สอนให้ตอนโหลดข้ามเขตบอกได้นะให้ตัวโมบายให้ก็เปิดจากยูทูบแต่ไม่เห็นคนต้องแต่ความตัวที่ต้องมีเด็กแค่คนเดียวเด็กที่เห็นป้ายที่เป็นเคสแรกเป็นที่มาหาที่ว่าสิ่งด้านหนึ่งก่อนแต่ก่อนเคยเห็นนะให้ทราบไม่มีคนไม่เห็นที่กระดาษบอกเปิดไม่ได้ไม่ใช่ที่แอบในพวกนี้มันไม่ได้ไปจำมันคือพี่ก็ไม่รู้ว่าแต่ละเพจไปอยู่ที่เขาสั่งคือ KPI แปลกๆอะไรเป็นฉอเนี่ยไอ้ของ
Okay.
ไม่ต้องไปมาเสร็จเป็นนั่งมองแอคไอนั่งมองบอกว่าช่วยมองได้เลยร้องเลยร้องจอนชมแกที่ปลายครับเน้นเป็น
Okay.
เป็นบ้านที่มีดอกแก้วตีอยู่นี่เอาที่มาได้เสร็จทุกคนของมันเต็มไปหมดเลย
Although submitted in approved state. Oh yeah.
Approve.
Some sort of life cycle. Okay. let's try this.
ที่ให้อีโอจะสังเกตอะไรกันกูสังเกตผมเดี๋ยวไปแก้ให้เองแต่ยังไม่ใช่อ่ะ
switching for the
ถ้ายกมือไปดีแล้วตอนนี้ลายเมย์ไหนออกอ่ะแล้วกลับมาถามคุณอ่านผู้ปฏิบัติลายเมย์ไงออกวิธีไหนนะใครออกลายเมย์ใครออกเนี่ยมีประเด็นมากเลยเชียวเพราะว่าวิธีเน้นไม่ใช่ไทยทีเดียที่มีสื่อแต่จะให้ตอบตรงนี้มันก็ตัวเสพนี้ก็ทำไม่ได้คุยกับมันอยู่ต่อสายคือถ้าสวิตชิ่งมันไม่ได้ยังไม่รู้เลยว่ามันจะทีเอสวิตชิ่งเสร็จได้ด้วยระบบนี้หรือเปล่าตรงนั้นที่คุยไปนะว่าบางโก้บอกว่าเราไม่ต้องไปได้ไอโซเลตพอยต์แล้วเรียกสวิตชิ่งออกเป็นโอ้ยนั่นเป็นรวมกันได้คืองานสวิตชิ่งจะมี2แบบงานที่อยู่ในกริดอ่ะเขาจะมารีเฟรช OMS ไปก่อนแล้วก็หาไอโซเลตพอยต์แล้วก็ทีเอสวันนี้แต่ของสกาด้าเป็นสวิตชิ่งเสร็จสกาด้าวิ่งมาเลยทีนี้ด้วยแอปชันนี้จะเสร็จได้ก็เป็น
อันนี้คือตัวสองคือตัวสองโดยที่
อันนี้ค่าตัว OMS ใช่ครับเพราะฉะนั้นใน OMS สร้างถึงไหนมาของตั้งแต่รายดอกลงไปถูกปะ
ว่าบวกเลยลองให้ชัดได้เอที่คือประมาณนี้ทำงานต่อไปคือยังจะแบบ
ไม่มันสร้างได้ถึงว่า LJ ตัวเองถ้า LJ สร้างมันสร้างไม่ได้เลย
อันนั้นเป็นเรื่องที่เราไปทำเหมือนกัน
เราต้องเป็นหมด
ในตัว
ก็สมมติจะทำงานบนไลน์อะไรถ้าคุณจะทำงานบนไลน์ที่กระทบแรงเมนใช่ไหมสิ่งที่ทำคืออะไรสร้างบนนิเตยต้องไปไงถูกไหมคนที่ออสปูคุณใครอ่ะจะได้คนแรกเนี่ยที่เกี่ยวนะคุณแอปปูงานตัวนี้ได้เลยป่ะยังไม่ได้ไปยังไม่ได้ก็เข้า
คุยแต่ว่ายังไม่ได้บอกว่าต้องเป็นใคร
นี่ทำแบบตอนแรกแต่ของนั่นเลย
การเป็นเมที่ให้พูดการใช้เมที่ได้มีขึ้นพูดไปเรื่อยอยู่แล้วไม่สวิชเดย์มี2แบบครับตอนนี้พูดเบอร์เดย์ใน30เป็นซึ่งในอนาคตเนี่ยถ้าพีเอ็มขอว่าเราจะเชื่อเนี่ยแป๊บตรงเราไม่ออกเองสิ่งที่คุณต้องทำนะอย่างที่เกิดจากคุณเองมากตอนจับเดี่ยวสร้างเองทั้งหมดครับย้ายแผนกปฏิบัติการจะทำงานอะไรบำรุงสารตัดต้นไม้และสมุนไพรใครขอมาละเป็นการตัดใช่ไหมเป็นการตัดเป็นรายการก็ต้องเป็นทางออกนะศูนย์จะดับผ่านศูนย์ก็ต้องเป็นคนออกเป็นที่
ในสายนั้นชอบนะ
ใช่แต่ว่าถ้าเป็นงานที่เป็น PM2 ที่ส่งออกนั้นเป็น PM4 บริษัทตามรับทั้งหมดเนี่ยอันเนี้ยเดิมที่เราคุยกันเนี่ยจะจำไหนที่ต้องเป็น PM4 จะถูกส่งมาจากแฟบเท่านั้นเราไม่ต้องออกเองเต่าเองก็ได้ไม่ผิดแต่ว่าระบบออกแบบไปแล้วว่าให้ทางนู้นทำมาก่อนตอนนี้นะช่วงPM4นะPM4รวมย้ายแนวไหมล่ะรวมป่ะไม่รู้ว่า
แล้วออกเยอะแล้วไม่ออกเยอะหรือออกนิดเดียวทำยังไง
คนไทย
เอาที่เราไปเดียวก็มี
ย้ายแนวงานใครอ่ะย้ายแนวงานบริษัทหรือว่างานปฏิบัติการตอบดิยูเนี่ยเต้ย
ทำตัวเองได้ที่รายการ
ใครออก
ก็เล่นคนเดียวนั่นเดียว
มันเป็นงานปฏิบัติการย้ายแนว
เรียนคนก็ไม่เนี่ย
คือตอนนี้มันติดประเด็นสายงานที่เป็นงบอะไรนะงบ PEA มันไม่มีเจ้าภาพที่เนื้อมันไม่มีเจ้าภาพเรื่องมาลงสวิตชิ่งสุดท้ายมันก็ต้องมาที่เป็นปฏิบัติการย้ายแนวที่อยู่ในไลน์เมนไปที่
ปฏิบัติ
ใคร
กา
อ
ร
อกย้ายแนวไลน์เมนใครออก
อยู่แล้วก็ไปศูนย์
EO ก็ต้องทำข้างนอกถูกไหมแต่จริงๆก็คืออันนั้นมันไม่ได้มันก็ส่งในระบบแบบเดิมหรือว่าคนที่จะครีเอทงานทุกงานในระบบที่แจ้งลูกค้ามันคือถูกแต่ตอนนี้อย่างที่บอกอนาคตมันจะไม่ได้มีดีซีเลยทุกยังคิดไม่ออกคือจะมีไม่ออก
จะไม่มี
ระบบถ้า OMS สามารถส่ง switching state ในเน็ตเวิร์กที่เกี่ยวข้องได้แล้วเป็นทุกคนเห็นนะถ้าทุกคนเห็นถูกไหมเห็นใบสั่งได้ทั้งหมดอย่างลายข้ามเขตเนี่ยทุกคนเห็นหมดลายข้ามจังหวัดมี incident ปุ๊บเนี่ยสร้างทุกคนเห็นใบสั่งหมดทุกคนก็จะตั้ง dispatch เองได้หมดถูกไหม AEC มันเกิดจากอะไรเกิดจากเขาไม่เห็นเขาไม่มีเขาAEC เกิดเพราะว่าเขาสร้างเบิร์กเองอุปกรณ์เองอุปกรณ์ที่เพื่อนของเราไม่ได้ถามว่าเนี่ยจะสร้างเบิร์กเล็กได้ไม่ได้แต่ว่าเราต้องเห็นอุปกรณ์ตัวเองก่อนถูกไหมถ้าเราไม่เห็นอุปกรณ์ตัวเองเนี่ยเราสร้างได้สร้างไม่ได้เลยเพราะนั้นมันเลยต้องมีถ้าเป็นเขตเดียวกับถ้าเป็นข้ามเขตมันก็ต้องมีคนคนหนึ่งมาทำซึ่งไม่ใช่ ADC ทำแค่ข้ามการไฟฟ้าถูกไหมADC ทำข้าม OJ
ส่วนเราเป็นแบบว่าให้เห็นทั้งเขตเยอะกว่านั้น
EO ไม่น่าอยากเห็นนะ
ก่อนได้ไง
นายก็อยากเห็นเวลาทั้งจังหวัดอยากเห็นระบบงครับ
เฉพาะของ
EO ก็อยากเห็นเฉพาะงานที่เขารับผิดชอบเขาไม่ได้อยากจะไปเห็น
เพื่อนเขาหน่อย
ในสวิตช์ในสวิตช์สเตทขั้นตอนของคนอื่นแต่ถูกไหมแต่ฉันไม่เห็นอุปกรณ์ของคนอื่นเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวมันจะทะเลาะกันมากไป
I just checked now.
เห็นไปคุยเป็นเยอะคือแบบตั้งดูไปก่อนนะ
So for the basic, for the switching plan, the whole switching plan was planned from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. And I placed in the switching operation, in the switching steps. You can always instruction scheduling. You can change instruction when the instruction is planned to be done. So maybe you can start with 10 a.m. The next one is 11 a.m. and the next one is 11:30. So basically, all the customers that are affected will be affected from 11:30 until the next step when re-energization happens. So after isolation, there will be some customers that are affected. We can see that in validation. So this will drop 58 customers, but this will not drop any customers. So only after this one, we will have some affected customers, and they will be re-energized at 12 p.m. So when I did the outage report and show the results in the customers tab, I can see that outage interval was from 11:30 until 12. So it will take into account when the customers will be affected, and it will only give us the value for the period when it is planned to be out of power. So operator, before approving the switching plan, should if outage report should be with the specific times like this. If operator puts specific times like this into the switching steps instructions and schedule switching step for each of the times, outage report when the switching plan is transferred to the approved state. Outage report will be made for those times from switching steps. If you don't put the specific time, it will collect this time start and then the time of the switching plan. Thank you for your questions. Do you have some more questions? Okay. Okay.
How to
The
schedule for we do the crew management here.
Okay.
แล้วมีที่ติดอยู่
อันนี้มีสัมผัสได้แล้ว
ก็จัดได้แต่ว่าสุดท้ายเราเป็นคนจัดหมดเพราะเราไม่มีแบบนี้ปุ๊บเราไม่มีโอเอสแบบนี้ให้หมดอาจารย์ตอนตัวเองงงอันนี้คือจัดคนไปเลยหรือว่าจัดเรื่องแบบนี้
ทั้งสองคำเดี๋ยวเรา
เรียน
เอา
เรียน
คำ
มา
ก่อน
ที่โอนได้ไม่ต้องจากคนเป็นรูปแล้วครับเป็นต้องกระจายสมุด
we assign to each one crew or one team either way.
So basically, for the crew management, you can define different crews, and you can for basically each region you can define several crews, and every day you can change crew members for that crew. So there is different crew members and different crews are like groups of crew members. So you can define crew as one entity, and then every day when you get the information about the crews from SAP, you can define, okay, in this crew, I want to place these crew members. And you add crew members to the already defined crews. Yes. It's possible. I can show you. So for this what I'm making now is a new crew. So it's like a team. Okay, this is maybe line crew. Company can be defined in advance, but it will be basically PEA. Availability of it. You can define the shifts. For example, regions 4 and 5. You can add crew members to this crew that are already defined. And if you want, for example, these are members. This is crew, this is members. So you can define new member, maybe, I don't know.
เทไม่จัดแบบ เดี๋ยวมันผิดการเล่นน้ำมันจัดตรงวันเลยมันต้องจัด
คือท สร้างระบบให้มันรับได้ก่อนแต่ว่า
ไม่ชัวร์
มันจะอินพอร์ตมาด้วยอะไรมันคืออีกเรื่องหนึ่งหรือเปล่า
เฮ้ยมันเป็นเรื่องมันเรื่องมันดัง
แล้วคุยเนี่ยคือไปสร้างในเอสเอมันอาจจะยากกว่านี้
ซึ่ง
จะมี
มัน
จั
จะ
ด
บอก
ดูในเอสเอ
Okay, for example, if you define a new member,
ที่จ่าย
I can add this member to this group.
ตารางกะ
ชื่อนั้นคือตำแหน่ง
ตารางกะอีโอตารางกะอีโอไหน
คือต้องจัดในนี้ใช่ไหมครับ
ไม่ตารางกะของอีโอมันจัดใน SAP
SAP ครับ
ใช่ คือตารางกะใช่มันจัดใน SAP คือตารางกะของอีโอแต่ก่อนเราต้องจัดเองเนาะพอหลังๆพอเราไปจัดใน SAP ปั๊บเนี่ย มันไม่ต้องจัดเองมันไม่ต้องจัดเองแล้วนี่มันอยู่ที่ pool member ตัว pool member ปัจจุบันเนี่ยถ้าเราติดกับไฟฟ้าที่เป็นจุดโรงงานเดิมเนี่ยตารางที่เป็นพนักงานกะเดิมถูกไหมตอนที่เราไม่เป็นสอนสี่ตอนนี้ไม่เป็นสอนสี่ที่ไม่ได้สอนสี่ออนไลน์เนาะถ้าเป็นครูที่เป็นกะเราก็ต้องมาจัดคนเข้ารู้แล้ว
So every day you can, for example, if I add maybe some let's see, global.
ต้องหวดเลย
บางทีหลอกคนเลย
เงินจะนวด
เป็นหลอกที่เหมือนเราเลยเหมือนก่อนเราก็จัดเองนะอยู่ที่ไม่จัดไม่จัดเองขนาด7 คนก็จัดมัน15 นาที
งานนี้ถึงเป็น
So maybe for one day crew looks like this, maybe some vehicle is added.
.ตอนนี้เราลาเป็นออนไลน์ไปเลยมันเป็นพลังที่สุดท้ายพอเรามาลงแล้วเอาวันสุดท้ายก็มีปัญหาว่ามันต้องเอาการยิงคนของคนอย่างนี้ส่งไปให้แซฟก่อนเพราะว่ามันเป็นการจ่ายเงินตามมันไม่ใช่ที่เราเป็นมีจาก PO มีจากแต่ครูไม่มีครูทีมมันไม่มีจากมีเป็นเวรแต่บางแทนก็เดี๋ยวไปคุยกับเขาแล้วก็ให้เขาสร้างเป็นโมเดล
ก็เปิดในว่าในงานใบขันเนี่ยทำโดยคนนี้ตั้งแต่นี้ถึงวันนี้น่าจะ
ซึ่งยากตรงที่ถ้าใน SAP ไม่ใช่3 คนนี้
Okay.
มันจะไม่รับไงเพราะว่ามัน
So actually, we can define in advance some crews. We can define crew ID, name, which regions do they cover, type, company, availability, shifts, etc. And we can say, okay, these are the members for today. And for the next day, maybe we go to this crew. The next day, I want to change all of the members. I can remove them all and add new members. Maybe now it's this guy, and this guy, and add them for the next day. I can change the date is, for example, for tomorrow. And save this crew, and when I'm switching management, when I add crew ID contains PEA, I can assign this crew. So basically, shift is how it is defined with the crew. So maybe for the shift we can choose the one. I know that your crew is basically 8-hour shifts, 3 8-hour shifts. Do they work like every day, or how long do they work until they have a day off or 2 days off? How is it defined? How many days do you work and then how many days off?
ถ้าแก้ไปจะเป็น8 โมงครึ่งถึง 4 ทุ่มแต่ต้องเป็นแล้วก็โยลงท้ายด้วยศูนย์
We got the 3 shift 8 to 4
Mhm.
for the first and the next 8. So yeah.
But how many days off? How many days working and how many days off? So 6 shifts on and then 2 shifts off. Okay. I think this can be defined. Can be defined somewhere in the configuration. I can find this and define it like that. So basically, when you get the crew, you will basically get the calendar for that specific crew. How many days on and how many days off. So you can see here, we have different like 12 hours shift day. It's like shift for 12 working hours followed by 36 hours of duty. But we also have maybe shifts for 8 working days, 4 days working, 2 days off, and stuff like that. But this can be also defined customly. Yes, this is crew ID. So this is data assessment 1, data assessment 2, data assessment 3, etc. I think it's either Excel or XML. I have to check this. How the crew shifts are imported. So I know that basically you have the integration with SAP, which defines which member will be in which shift for that day.
Just think about it, that where to create the
Rules.
two shift.
I don't think this can be imported. It has to be done by operator on the beginning of the shift to define crew members for each crew.
Just create the PEA OMS crew team one, right? And how to assign them which time or which shift. I mean, you just could you show me?
So this is shift. Sorry.
Assign maybe 8 or maybe next day or tomorrow or maybe every Monday or something can be assigned for
So-
the team.
So for the what I think would be the best case is to have maybe does the crew work on the weekend same? So what I'm thinking is that maybe we define a crew that has 8 hour shift from 8 to 4, 4 to 12, 12 to 8, and basically for crew one, for I'm saying now for one AOJ. For crew one, for this region, he will have maybe 2 different crews for the same shift. And maybe we define that crew is working 7 days a week, for example, 8 hours, and like this every week. So basically, when the operator gets from SAP the list of crew members, you can just delete the crew members from this crew team and delete the old ones and add the new ones. But basically, what you would have is that one crew is working one shift every day. So every day it's from 8 to 4. 8 to 4, 8 to 4. It's just every day it's changed what are the members of that crew. I can maybe. So basically, I'm thinking for one AOJ.
ต้องลองถึงในที่นี้มันลาวที่เขาส่งใช่ก็จะเอาถึงสิ่งที่ผมอยู่ในที่นั้นก็ไปจะไปต่อ
Basically,
อย่างไม่ใช่
you make maybe
ไม่น่าจะเอาไปเลยที่มีคนโทรน่าจะมีคนโทรเลยทีงานนี้แต่นั่นแหละผมจะบอกว่าไปตอนบ่ายจริงๆเอง
มีสวิตชิ่งสเต็ป
ทำไม่ได้ครับ
ต้องมีความเป็นต่อไฟฟ้ามันเป็นที่รัดตัวไฟมา
เอาไปสวิตชิ่งจาก
so basically,
ต้องบริเวณนี้เกิด
what I will make is, for example, for each AOJ, for one shift, two different crews. And every day when operator comes to his place to working, he can assign different members to this crew based on the input he gets from SAP. So, for example, for SAP, I have members, okay, for Monday, member 2, 3, and 4. And for the second crew is member 1, 5, 6, for example. And okay, the next day, for this one, member 2, 4, 5, member 1, 3, 6. Next day. He can always maybe operator can always okay tell based on the inputs he gets from SAP, he can delete the previous members of the crew and just assign who is working that shift in which crew. So we would have basically for example, 2 or 3 crews that working one shift, and we will always operator will always edit these crew teams with different members. Okay, for the second shift, we have another 2 or 3 crews, which is also edited by the operator. So he sees the list. Okay, SAP gave me the list. In crew 1, I add members 2 and 4. In crew 2, I add members 1, 3, 5. And it's like maybe 5-minute work. Because you just have to delete all members from the crew team and just find by name the members or member ID, which are members to the team. But these teams would be predefined. We already have the team ready, like for that region or for that AOJ, it's the team 1, team 2, and team 3. How many teams do you expect for each AOJ?
Two.
2. Is okay?
All for today.
If you don't have any questions, we can close for today and, okay, of course.
Storm coming. There are many cruise team from another AOJ. How do we manage?
So basically, you can maybe just to see.
What is your thing? Find section. We got thing. Take. That's my they can be team. 1 คนต้องเขียนใส่ก็เป็นมีประเด็นที่ต้องใช้2 คนหรือ2 ทีมต้องหาผลลัพธ์เป็นทีมบททีมต่างๆทีมอย่างอาจจะ1 ต้นประเด็นมันไม่มันก็เป็นใช้1 ทีมพอต้องไม่ได้ทำ
So basically, crew members are all in the same pool of the sources of the resources, and maybe you can define the or change already defined crews, maybe 2, or you can maybe define some actually some crews that cover all of the regions and have like storm crews. And when the storm comes, you can assign members to those storm crews, and all of the operators can see those crews because they cover all the regions, and maybe assign to them in those kind of scenarios, just to have like maybe. Or maybe if what is before AOJ? It's AOR. It's like it's a zone. What is higher in hierarchy than AOJ? Region, something like that, or maybe even higher. We can define maybe one crew for the whole region, and all AOJs that are under this region can share the crew members in those situations. Operator can do crew management, so he can assign different crew members to different crews.
What about for tomorrow?
Okay.
What are we going to do?
We're going to go through a little bit through OMS, outage management system, and how to handle incidents, unplanned outages, and everything related. Is that okay?
Thank you for today.
Okay. Are there no more questions? Maybe. Thank you so much. Thank you for your questions. ขอบคุณครับ 9:30 we can start. 9:30 we can start.